Section 3.5, how can the graph of f of x equals square root of x plus 5 be obtained from the graph of f of x is equal to the square root of x? So I know that the parent function has transformed, and the transformation here is a horizontal shift. So the horizontal shift is going to be moving to the left 5 units. So shifting f of x equals square root of x 5 units to the left. How can the graph of f of x is equal to x squared plus 4 be obtained from the function, the graph of the function x squared? So this is a vertical shift and it moved up 4 units. So shifting f of x equals to x squared 4 units up. Basically, I'm going to tell you what the transformation is. How can the graph f of x equals x minus 9 squared minus 3 is obtained from the graph of f of x is equal to x squared? So the transformation here is a horizontal shift moving to the right 9 units, and then that is a vertical shift moving down 3 units. So I'm just going to say here shifting to the right 9 units and down 3 units. Which of the following graphs corresponds to the function f of x is equal to x minus 3 squared minus 2? So this graph basically is the graph of the parabola, which is, here is the parent function f of x is equal to x squared, or the parabola, this one. This graph basically moved to the right 3 units and moved down 2 units. So let's see which one did. So here is this graph, the green one here, it moved to the left 3 units. So this is immediately eliminated. This graph moved, let me just draw the middle line so you can see what I'm talking about. So here is the midline, okay, and that was the original midline. So it moved 1, 2, 3 units to the right. So this is the first transformation is correct. And then it moved down 1, 2 units. So that is the correct graph. Last one, it moved 1, 2 to the right. So that is not the correct transformation. Write an equation of the functions that has the graph with the given characteristics. So I can recognize the parent function for this graph, which is the square root. So I'm going to say the parent function f of x is equal to square root of x. And it is usually here. So now that graph moved 1, 2, 3 units to the left. And then it moved 1, 2 units down. So I will apply that transformation, which is going to make it square root of x plus 3, that is movement to the left, and then minus 2 outside is going to be the movement down, and that is the graph of the function. The next graph is basically the absolute value function. So here is f of x is equal to the absolute value, that is parent function. The absolute value originally is here. I noticed that the graph has moved to the right 1, 2 units. So right 2, and then it moved up 1 unit. So to apply that transformation, I will say x, and then to the right means minus 2, and then up 1 unit means plus 1. F of x, that is the graph of the transformed function. Write an equation of the function of the shape f of x is equal to x squared, but upside down and shifted 4 units to the right. Upside down means we're going to multiply the function by negative. So this transformation is going to be negative x squared. And then shifted to the right 4 units. The shifting to the right is basically x minus 4 all squared. And if we apply the transformation that we applied here, which is the negative, it's going to be minus that. So f of x is equal to, and that is the final transformation. How can the graph f of x be obtained from the square root of x? The transformation here is basically a horizontal shift moving 5 units to the right. So 5 units to the right. And then flipping it upside down or reflecting across the x-axis. How can the graph of f of x be obtained? 0.5 absolute value of x is obtained from the f of x is equal to absolute value of x. I noticed that this is a shift. It's a vertical transformation. And in this case, we are compressing the graph because we're multiplying with a number that is less than 1. So because it's vertical, it is compression. It's a vertical compression. So it's vertical compression by a factor of 0.5. How can the graph of f of x 3x squared be obtained from the graph f of x is equal to x squared? Notice how this is a vertical effect also, and because the number is bigger than 1, we're going to say this is a vertical stretch. By a factor of 3. For the remainder of this set, question 10 through 14, I'm going to put the answers on the key that I will provide on D2L.